Dave Johnson, Glenn Consor, you're a fast break. We're inside the Wizards press room, and it's important in life to multitask. That's a lesson. Not only do we do the radio, we're here on WashingtonWizards.com, but we also have to cook the pregame meal as well to get things set. So it's a busy day. We're on. But get back to that. I like what you're cooking up there.
We got to find the right recipe for a win, first of all.
That's what you call in the business a segue as we get set for the Wizards and Brooklyn Nets. And indeed, look, the other night, and it was something Randy Whitman talked about after the loss to the Indiana Pacers, it's putting it all together. There were some good things. There have been some good things all season about this team, but allowing teams to get off to a 17-point lead in the first quarter, it's about making stops at that point, and yet this has been a good defensive Wizards team.
It's been maddening. It's been very frustrating. If you're a Wizards fan, it is frustrating. If you're us broadcasting the games, it's frustrating. If you're Randy Whitman, it's frustrating. Why? This team's not getting blown out. Yes, the team is undermanned right now. You're going up against teams that have the superstars like the Brooklyn Nets, which we'll get into in a second. But the team is not getting blown out. They're scraping, they're scrapping, they're working hard, don't have the ability to close those lulls during the course of games, whether it's for a whole quarter or if it's for 10 minutes, is really what hurts this team.
Now, Bradley Beal was announced during the game, in fact, while the Wizards were taking on the Pacers, Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month for December. You think about that final minute against the Pacers. He scores 8 points. What do you like about where his game is right now?
It's evolving. People forget he just turned 19. You have ties older than that, I think. And sadly. But he's a very young player. So as the games are progressing, he's doing something small, better each game. Lately, and I've been critical of him on this, he hasn't been in attack mode. Lately, he has. And he made one basket in Indiana when he went right up against Hibbert, jumped over him, got fouled, scored. I'd like to see him more in attack mode. He's doing that. He's a flat-out scorer. I don't think Bradley Beal is nowhere near being a finished product whatsoever, and he can get you 20, 25 points in a game. So his upside is just phenomenal.
The Brooklyn Nets come in. They've won now 3 of their last 4 games. And this is a team that suddenly hit a slide. And from afar, it's hard to understand because this is a team with Joe Johnson, Darren Williams. They've got weapons.
Well, they do. We've always talked about having elite players. Joe Johnson, all-star. Darren Williams, always, when you talk about top point guards in the NBA, his name's always up there with Chris Paul and Rondo and the rest. Steve Nash. Brook Lopez is having a great year. They made a coaching change. They needed to shake things up. This team is clearly capable of doing a lot of damage. The guy that concerns me most on this team is Gerald Wallace.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy always kills the Wizards. He's a terrific defensive player, always gets steals, steps into passing lanes. This is an elite team. I mean, they have an elite roster of players, and when they go on a roll, they're very good. They're very good in transition. Darren Williams is a master at dictating the tempo of the game. It's going to be critical for the Wizards to be disruptive to him. Joe Johnson's going to get his points. Brook Lopez, to me, can be neutralized by Okafor and Nene, but it's neutralizing and maybe being a little bit disruptive to Darren Williams will be the key to this game.
And watching out for an X factor like Gerald Wallace, who we've seen hurt the Wizards in the past. So it's the Wizards and Brooklyn Nets tonight. We've got to get back to preparing the pregame meal. We'll be taking tickets later. It's important to multitask. See if you can get it right this time. That's your fast break.